They say some families are born to rule, not with crowns or armies, but with something far more powerful: control over wealth, influence, and secrets that shape the world. For centuries, one name whispered in shadow has held the keys to unimaginable power: the Rothschilds. A dynasty whose fortune is legendary, their influence almost mythical. How did they rise? What instincts drove them to the heights of secrecy and strategy that still echo today? And what can we learn about human ambition, cunning, and survival through their story? Every empire has a beginning, often humble, sometimes overlooked. The Rothschilds began in a small Jewish quarter in Frankfurt, a city bustling with merchants, tradesmen, and the faint hum of ambition. Mayor Amschel Rothschild, the family patriarch, was not born into wealth, nor did he wield political power. Yet he possessed a rare instinct, the ability to see opportunity where others saw only risk, and to understand that wealth, when combined with foresight and secrecy, becomes influence. Mayer understood something fundamental about human nature: money alone is temporary, but influence can shape destinies. He instilled in his 5 sons a principle that would define them for centuries: not merely to accumulate wealth, but to control it, protect it, and expand it beyond borders. Human instincts are rarely pure. Ambition, foresight, and a touch of cunning, combined, they can create forces capable of bending the world to their vision. In the late 18th century, Europe was a continent in flux. Wars, revolutions, and shifting monarchies created chaos, but also opportunity. While others panicked or retreated, Mayer and his sons studied patterns, networks, and the human psyche itself. They saw the world not as it was, but as it could be shaped through careful planning, calculated risks, and disciplined patience. The Rothschild sons spread across Europe: London, Paris, Vienna, Naples. Alone, each was a merchant. Together, they became an invisible network of unparalleled power. By sending coded letters, exchanging intelligence, and anticipating political upheaval, they learned to act faster and more decisively than kings and generals. Their strategy was simple but profound: knowledge is security, and timing is power. They mastered the human instinct for foresight, predicting wars, markets, and political shifts before anyone else could. In a world ruled by fear and uncertainty, their instincts became a survival tool, honed and perfected through discipline, observation, and relentless practice. Wars are often thought to be won on the battlefield, yet the Rothschilds discovered a quieter, deadlier method: finance. By lending to governments, funding armies, and moving wealth across borders, they became invisible architects of history. Napoleon's campaigns, the British Empire's expansion, revolutions across Europe, all were influenced by decisions made far from battlefields, in counting rooms and private offices, lit by candlelight. This is instinct at its most refined, recognizing that true control is not visible force, but the subtle shaping of the choices, desires, and fears of others. While generals commanded armies, the Rothschilds commanded the flow of money that made those armies possible. They understood that influencing others' actions often yields more power than direct confrontation. But power attracts attention, and with attention comes suspicion. Legends of hidden meetings, secret vaults, and global manipulation followed the Rothschild name. Myths grew faster than the fortunes themselves, whispered in parlors, newspapers, and among fearful governments. Humans fear what they cannot see: the invisible hand, the silent strategist. Fear is one of our most primitive instincts, and the Rothschilds were masterful at navigating it, even using it to their advantage. Whether myth or reality, their mastery of perception became as important as their mastery of wealth. By shaping what others believed, they controlled not just finance, but the narrative itself. They understood instinct, both theirs and everyone else's, as a weapon and a shield. They knew that rumors, whispers, and half-truths could be as powerful as gold. Look closely, and you'll see the human instincts that built this empire. Ambition, the relentless drive to grow, expand, and dominate. Secrecy, the discipline to guard knowledge, protecting advantage and maintaining control. Foresight, the ability to anticipate change, recognize patterns, and act before opportunity disappears. Trust and loyalty, prioritizing family, creating bonds stronger than contracts, alliances stronger than promises. These instincts are not unique to the Rothschilds. Every human carries the seeds of strategy, ambition, and cunning. What sets legends apart is how instinct is honed, disciplined, and executed over generations. What appears as genius is often just instinct refined and amplified through rigorous practice. power, secrecy, and ambition, these instincts are universal. We all recognize them in some form. Some use them to survive, others to dominate. The Rothschild story is a mirror, reflecting the instincts that live in each of us, amplified and sharpened to legendary levels. Ask yourself, in your own life, how often do you act on instinct versus impulse? How often do you pause, calculate, and leverage your insights before making a move? And more importantly, what could you achieve if you mastered the same foresight, loyalty, and cunning that shaped a dynasty whispered about for generations? The Rothschilds are more than a family. They are a testament to the power of instinct, strategy, and vision. Their legacy is a lesson in human nature itself, a reminder that ambition without understanding can falter, secrecy without discipline can crumble, and foresight without action is meaningless. Centuries from now, their story will remain not because of the wealth they amassed, but because of the instincts they mastered, instincts we all carry, waiting to be honed, directed, and understood. Perhaps that is the most enduring lesson of all. Human instincts are invisible forces shaping not only empires and dynasties, but ourselves. Every choice we make, every risk we take, every secret we keep, it is all part of the silent architecture of human survival, ambition, and influence. In the end, the Rothschilds did not simply amass wealth. They mastered the art of reading the human mind, understanding the subtle drives that govern action, and acting with precision in a world ruled by fear, desire, and instinct. And it is in that mastery, not in the gold, the palaces, or the titles, that their true legacy lies.